Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve, the insurance man. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been happening for multiple years in the insurance industry and specifically the insurance industry, but really more it pertains to the customer service industry. So there are many times where we go and we say we need a certain price for a product. We have a certain desire of what we're paying per month. And we have a lot of people on the sales end of things that adjust themselves. They adjust themselves to being able to adapt to what you're essentially wanting, not always really pertaining on to what you need. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about, specifically in relation to insurance, but like I said, life in general. So there are many times that a customer will come to me as an insurance advisor and they'll say, you know, I'm looking to be able to pay this, or I've gotten quoted from this particular company. Do not be fooled by price, because what happens is that price is very much sometimes deceiving. You need to make sure that your agent is looking out for your best interest, okay? And I mean, like an example I'm gonna give to you as well. I had a gentleman that came to me. He was an electrician. He had a bunch of tools and he had a van that he would drive around and he would do his work. I said, is this your only vehicle? He said, yes. He was insured through a carrier that I won't mention, but what ended up happening was he was insured personally. It did not cover for his tools. It did not cover for anything while it was essentially in tow. Didn't cover for other people to drive his vehicle. He was not insured correctly. Well, what ended up happening is I quoted him the kind of coverage that he really required. And I explained to him, I said, hey, look, you're gonna spend a little bit more money, but what happens? How does this look if, I don't know, all your tools got stolen out of your car? How does this look if your vehicle got stolen? How does this look if you wrecked your entire vehicle? What does that look like for you? Do you have the ability to now get out to your appointments for your business, which ultimately pays your bills, which ultimately pays for that insurance? He said, no, I'm going to wing it. I'll figure it out. I'm just going to continue to stay with what I've got. So lo and behold, it was a week later and this same customer hit me up and he said, hey, is that deal still good? And of course, I asked, what's your reasoning behind that question? Well, it turned out that the guy's tools were completely stolen along with his vehicle. It was stolen altogether. The guy didn't have a way to get to his appointments for his business. He then obviously didn't have an income. He didn't have a backup plan. And there were thousands of dollars worth of tools that were stolen that now are not going to be replaced. All because a person essentially sold him what he wanted, which wasn't the right coverage, rather than what he needed, which is what I was trying to be able to convey to him. It was a little bit more money. But in the retrospect of things, had he had just paid that extra, I think it was like $50 or $60 that he was supposed to pay extra per month. So let's just take $50. If you had taken that over 12 months, you're not even at $1,000. How much do you think that those tools cost? Those tools there's probably $10, $15, $20,000 worth of tools. The vehicle in itself, that vehicle had to have been worth at least $5,000, $10,000. So in retrospect, was it really worth it? That's the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys, of making sure that when you're talking to your agent, that you are getting your needs met rather than just what your wants are. Because in the end, if you didn't have coverage when you needed it the most, was it really worth paying the cheaper price?